students, today we're going to be learning about proportion. We're going to be looking at the proportion of a face. So if I take this face right here and I take a red piece of construction paper, I fold it in half and mark it. I lay the bottom of the construction paper right down at the bottom of the chin, and this goes all the way to the top of the head. Halfway is where we're going to put the eyes. That's where the eyes are drawn. Then if you take a look at the proportion between the eyes, this yellow paper represents the distance from the outside of the eye to the inside, and then across in between the eyes, and then over to the edge of the other eye. So these are all approximately equal. Now I'm going to take these pink papers and I'm going to measure from the pupil of one eye to the other eye. That distance is also the same as from the bottom of the nose up to the eyes, and then from the bottom of the nose down to the bottom of the chin. So if you're drawing a face, you can get all the proportions correct. Also out here on the ears are approximately the same distance as the distance from the pupil to the pupil. So from the top of the ear to the bottom of the ear is equal to the eye and the bottom of the nose. Now we're going to be doing a project that's like a mask. So I have some examples here of cultural masks. People have been making masks for thousands of years. So this one right up here in the corner, this is a Mexican mask. It was made in Mexico. Here's one from Africa. Here's a Mayan mask with a lot of texture. This is an Asian mask. This mask right here is an Italian masquerade mask, very decorative. Here's a Polynesian mask, a lot of symmetry with the lines. Here's another Asian mask, a lot of bright colors and details and shapes. And here's a coastal Native American mask. Today we're going to be drawing our own mask, and so I'm going to show you how we're going to use that. We're going to use some white paper, and we'll take our pencil. The first thing we're going to do is just jot down a circle. So we're going to draw a circle. Okay, the second step, when we have our circle drawn, we're going to add on an area right down here at the bottom that makes the chin area. So I'll demonstrate that right now. So we've got our circle. And then now I'm going to draw a little longer on this bottom edge for the chin. Now I would need to go back and erase this line because I would no longer need that. Okay, remember how I showed you to measure from here to there. This is about halfway, so this is where I would draw my eyes. And I would come across the same distance from the eye over to here and draw the other eye. Okay, from the pupil area, this distance right here would be down to around the bottom of the nose, and then the same distance to the bottom of the chin. I'm not actually going to draw in the pupils. I'm just going to be making this area black for the mask, this area right here. So if I drew the nose, I could make this part rounded and then just kind of curve that around and make the nostrils. And then right below that, I can make my mouth. This is the line that separates the lips. And if I could leave it like that for the mask if you wanted to, or you can draw the lips on. And there's where my face would be. Okay, so I have one right here that already has the black on it. So I used a black marker to trace around these. My next step is I drew some designs onto my mask. I colored in the black area where the eyes are with black marker. So you color in this, trace over the nose and the lips. And then I started drawing just geometrical shapes and designs. This one actually is symmetrical. It's the same on this side as it is the other side. And then here's an example of it after I got through coloring it. So I just colored it with markers, colored it all in, and made a very bright it kind of reminds me of an African mask. I also have another mask that's a little bit more tribal looking. I did all kinds of line designs on this one. Now this one is asymmetrical. It's different from side to side, but my proportions are the same. So if we look at the proportions, this is my mask. Halfway down, that's where the eyes are in proportion. If I look at the eyes, the distance from here to here is the same as this and there. The distance from the middle of the eye across here is approximately the same to the bottom of the nose. And then from the bottom of the nose down to the bottom of the chin. Now these masks don't have ears, but if you were drawing a person, you could add those ears. Let's review right quick before we go. So here's a picture of drawing of a girl. So from the top of the head down to the bottom, halfway is the eyes. From the pupil to the pupil is the same as from the eyes to the bottom of the nose and then to the bottom of the chin. Good luck and have fun drawing your mask.